Obviously, the bulk of today's video is going to be on Saquon, but before I get into that, I just want to say this thing about Jordan Rihanna, a man who I did rebut a couple weeks ago. He exclusively predicted in that rebut that Daniel Jones would exclusively work with a third team. Boy, he was wrong. Kid's already up to the second. Yeah, he's been hit or miss sometimes at camp, but that's expected out of a rookie. Either way, guys, let's get into the bulk of the video. So, Saquon Barkley. There's this misconception that the Giants will overuse him, overwork him, and he'll have a shortened career because of it, or maybe an injury-shortened career because of it, because everybody wants to apply all these rules to backs. They can't play past 30. They can't be great for more than 5-6 years. We're not talking about a normal back. That applies to a normal back. That applies to your Jamal Charles of the world. That applies to your Chris Johnsons of the world. You wouldn't apply that same rule to somebody like an Emmitt Smith or a Barry Sanders or a Walter Payton. And I want to talk about Barry, because when it comes to Saquon's the closest thing I've ever seen to Barry Sanders. And Barry Sanders was my personal favorite back. And actually probably the best back in the NFL. The best back the NFL has ever had. Now, I know some people will say Jim Brown and other backs. My personal pick is Barry Sanders, and a lot of people will agree with me. He ended his career with over 15,000 yards. He would have beaten Walter Payton's record had he played in 99. There's no doubt in my mind. He averaged 342 touches per season. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but obviously the average is 342. And that's where I see Saquon, right in that range. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And I believe that's perfectly viable. I believe Saquon can handle this workload for years to come, even though probably being the most concentrated player at that juncture that other teams will look at when it comes to playing the Giants. And I believe Saquon can handle it because he is that generational guy. Guys, the kid's never had an injury. And knock on wood that he never gets injured. But bumps and bruises do happen. He's a generational back, and they don't come around every day. Adrian Peterson has broken the mold as far as backs with longevity. Yes, I know Adrian Peterson has had knee injuries in the past, but he's been able to recover from it and be just as good. Every time somebody predicts Adrian Peterson to be washed up over the hill and can't produce anymore, he does what he did with the Redskins. After the knee surgeries, he can't come back. Dude runs for over 2,000 yards and has one of the best seasons I've ever seen out of back. And I believe Saquon can do this. Either way, guys, this has been One Giant Rebuttal. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. And go Big Blue.